Hey guys, so this video I want to talk to you about what this channel has meant and what it will become. We talked a little bit about this the last couple videos, and I know that a lot of you have seen that the channel name has changed, and so I wanted to kind of go over that and tell you why. As I'm walking here, though, I'm looking around. Last night I was sitting out here. It was after dark, and I heard a large eucalyptus branch break off, and it must have been up high because you could hear it snap, and then you heard it coming down through the tree and landing with a big thud. It's not on our property though, so it must be one of the neighbors. Anyway, a little update on Daisy and Clover. They're still here. Sit down. The person who is buying them has just had a couple of things come up, which it's pushed off the date a little bit. And that's what we're hearing all the time now. I don't know if you guys know Leanne Morgan. She's a comedian. We were watching her a while back, and she was saying that God makes your kids mean before they leave for college so that you don't miss them so much. I think that's what Daisy's doing. She's mooing all the time. She gets fed, and then 5 minutes after she's done eating, she's mooing again for more food. She's never been like this. I'm not sure what's going on. But anyway, I have decided, so many of you were like, film her leaving, and then so many of you were like, don't film her leaving, it would be too sad. So I think what I'm going to do is film a little bit with them, put up some video kind of in a montage of her time with us here and Clover, and then I probably won't film her actually leaving because I would probably be too sad, and I just want to not have to worry about a camera and all of that. And I'm giving the new owner some privacy as well. Not everybody wants to have their face and life on YouTube. So that's kind of the plan right now. I still don't have a date, so keep you updated. Hopefully it's before next weekend. We'll see. All right, so what we're here to talk about. Let's start with the channel name. We started out as Next Level Homestead when we moved to this property in August of 2021. So it's been 5 years. No, 4. I can do a little math, not much. It's been 4 years. Here comes my friend. Hey, say hi to everybody. Guys, she just finished her food. So we had the in the shot or out of the shot. So we started this new channel because we were moving to a bigger property, and at that time we had never planned on having a cow. I never thought that was even a possibility, never had thought about it. We knew we were gonna have chickens, and we wanted maybe some cute goats or I don't know, something. And I was watching a lot of homestead channels. Even though I didn't feel like a homestead yet, I named the channel Next Level Homestead. And then we got cows and sheep. We had chickens, of course. And I had a vegetable garden, obviously. And so I grew into the name and felt like, yeah, we're a homestead. And maybe we are, and we still are, I guess. I don't know. And then we changed the name to Little Homestead Big Dreams because I felt, and some other people had brought up, that homestead sounds like you have a big piece of property. We have 1.5 acres. And so I wanted to focus on the fact that we don't have a big property and what we're doing with the little property. Still kind of running down that homestead road. Well, now we're not going to have cows. We still have sheep. We have chickens. And so, sorry, it's just making me lose my train of thought. All right, I'm in the front of the house now. I'd rather deal with a rooster than a cow. Where was I? Having a homestead, whether I have one or not, I don't know what the definition is. I've never known what the definition is. I don't care if I'm a homestead by title or not. But I started to realize that I'm not a homestead channel. I'm not doing the things that other homesteaders are doing on camera. I'm not milking cows, for one thing. I'm not, building a solar contraption for running my pump. I'm not clearing out the North 40 for a new barn. I'm not discussing with you the proper way to care for this animal or that animal, or how to skin meat rabbits, or how to, prep your basement for this, or, put up all this stuff in your pantry, or freeze dry, or I'm not doing all those things that you would find on a traditional homestead channel. And the thing is, you guys aren't here for that anyway. We've taken polls, we've looked at the kind of the information that YouTube gives us. The majority of you are here to watch what we're doing, watch the projects as they come along. Most of you, over 90% of you, are not homesteaders and never will be homesteaders. You're gardeners, if anything. And so this content that I've been producing has been for you. And that's why the content isn't going to really change in terms of the subject matter. So the channel name just didn't fit. You guys were here for what I was doing on my homestead or not, but you weren't here for homesteading stuff. So I had a consultation with someone who knows about all of this, and we came up with the solution of changing the name to something that fits what we do. Whenever I have had a problem filming content, thinking what I'm supposed to do with content on this channel, it's always been, I have to be different than Next Level Gardening, which is our other channel, in case you didn't know, or why have two channels. But the way the content is delivered and the subjects, even though I might be gardening, they're covered in a different way. This channel is more of a vlog style. And back when we got Daisy and we had to register her, we had to name our property because that was part of the registration process. You had to have the property have a name because that was now her name, Daisy, and then you add the property on. And that's just kind of how they keep track of it in the registration process. And so we actually were thinking of names. We put it out to you for a poll. I don't even remember what the second one, the alternate name was. But anyway, we came up with Sky Ridge because we're surrounded by mountains. So that's the ridge, and there's lots of sky above that. And so I liked that name. You guys liked that name overwhelmingly. So we went with it. And so I wanted to keep something simple and representative of what we're doing on this channel. And so it just was a natural fit that I called it the Gardens at Sky Ridge. If we went back to my original goal, before we ever moved here, one of my first videos I did talking about what my dream was and what I wanted. And it was the development of many themed gardens. And that's what we've been doing. So the Gardens at Sky Ridge, well, we're definitely going to continue to show the animals and maybe even, have content on chickens or whatever. The main focus is what it's always been. It's just now solidified in my brain. It's still all about the gardens and the process of bringing them to fruition. I know that's why most of you are here. I know that's why I'm here. There's been a few times in the past where I have maybe gone on some rants I can't promise that'll never happen again, but what I really want this to be is a happy channel, a happy place. I know a lot of you come here just for the feeling. And so I want to keep this a positive, happy place. I'm still going to talk about, personal issues that I'm having, even though a very small majority of you hate that, and you probably unsubscribed anyway, so that's okay. There ended up being less content a lot for this channel because I felt like it had to be homesteading type material. And so, if I didn't have any animal stuff going on or anything that was super different from Next Level Gardening, I didn't post anything. And I hate that. And I hated having this tug of war in my head about what to do. And this channel just started to feel very unnatural. And I will tell you, I did consider just quitting the channel because I thought, this is too difficult. It's difficult enough. I was told in the beginning it's difficult to have two channels, especially when they're two separate subjects. But I knew that there was many, many, many of you out there who are here for a different reason than Next Level Gardening. And when I talked about that in the last video, so many of you said that this is your favorite channel between the two because it's more fun. Next Level Gardening is a very educational channel, and people still need that, and I still want to do that for sure. I mean, Next Level Gardening changed my whole life. I'm not going to quit it, nor do I want to. But the fact that this channel can now be almost a behind the scenes of Next Level Gardening. So, Sky Ridge is the home of Next Level Gardening. That was one of the little taglines I thought of having, but that's what it is. Sky Ridge is the place. This channel is what we're doing here at Sky Ridge. Next Level Gardening is a more zoomed in look at growing certain plants at Sky Ridge. While we will talk vegetable gardening on here on a zoomed out, broader level, there will be more flower discussion, landscape discussion as we're building out the landscapes and the flower beds and the gardens. Next Level Gardening, for whatever reason, flower topics, landscape topics never work on that channel. So those will be exclusive to this channel. I don't know that there's much more I can say about this other than now what to expect moving forward. Now, usually in the summertime, the content on this channel, even if I'm not conflicted, it does go down because I'm focusing on the growing season with Next Level Gardening. I shouldn't say this time of year. Now we're moving into the slower time as people kind of are sick of gardening because their plants are dried up and pest ridden, and we're moving into the fall. Kids are going back to school, and then it's the holidays. But for the summer, usually this channel kind of takes a back seat. I did a video on this as well, but I don't want that to happen anymore. And so going forward, we are increasing the amount of videos per week. I'm not going to lock in on a particular number at this point. Let's just say I'd love to do one every day, especially in the late fall, winter, and spring. That's probably not going to happen. I just have too much going on with Next Level Gardening and some of the things that we're planning for next year for Next Level Gardening. But it will be a heck of a lot more often than what it has been, especially once this heat clears out. It was almost 100 yesterday. It's going to be in the upper 90s today. It was in the upper 90s a few days prior to yesterday. So anyway, you can expect more content, and you can expect a more structured type of content in terms of this day we're going to have this type of video, this day we're going to have this type of video, this day we're going to have this type of video. So if we do 3 videos a week, it's all going to be the same kind of, I'm getting way off track. Let's just say this is why the change happened. The content itself on this channel will be what you've always liked and what you've always wanted, just more of it. There, could have made a 1-minute video. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I'll see you several times next week.